support for the Asian Resource Center. We have with us the president of the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio, Irfan Butt. President of the All-Asian American Chamber of Commerce Education Foundation and our 2024 ARCSA Asian Festival Committee Chair, Elva Evans. President of area, the Asian Real Estate Association of America, the San Antonio chapter, we've got Neelam Kinger. And the president of the Association of Convenience Store Retailers, and also the past president of the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio, Anwar Bakar. We've got the president of Communities Aligning Baguio and San Antonio, Dr. Melinda Rodriguez. One of our newest Asian business cities, if you haven't been, it is a fabulous place. From the president of the Chinese Alliance of San Antonio, Susan Ku. Our president of the Chinese American Citizens Alliance, Raymond Wong. Our co-chairman of the Chinese Society of San Antonio, we have both Charles Chen and Douglas Otto. Our president of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Gala. So now I'm just pausing out people because he started talking. The president of the Japan American Society of San Antonio, also known as JASA, Yuko Kawai. We've got the president of the Korean American Association of San Antonio, Paul Kim. Co-founder and president of the Mayor Foundation, and also the president-elect of the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio, Mojian Khan. Our vice president of the Vietnamese American Community of San Antonio, Juan Nguyen and Nancy Lee. Overseeing our sister city engagement with Chennai, India, the president of Anuja San Antonio, Kosi Subramanian. Our region chair of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Jean Kangao. And the president of the Kurdish Raindrop House, Dr. Ferhat Osman. For the Texas Nurses Association, District 8, we have Dr. Jeanette Blum. We have the chair of the San Antonio Nursing Consortium, Dr. Golda Manalili. The immediate past president of the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio, Dr. Willie Engel. And our founder of area, our San Antonio chapter, we have Ojas Tasker. We also have the founder of the San Antonio Asian Festival, and those of you who came out to our beautiful Civic Park at Hemisphere to recognize her legacy was made of land. That was a list. It's like everyone's dignitary, isn't it great? Okay, now please join me in welcoming our Gala chair for this year, Sophia. Come on up, Sophia. It's looking better as a great around, it's a great team.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. It is a privilege to be surrounded by so many remarkable people tonight. We gather here tonight under one roof, surrounded by amazing people with visions, and that is to enhance our community. Your presence reflects your commitment and the beauty of support for one another. Let's celebrate our achievements and continue to share a common thread in making this evening unforgettable. I would like to share a personal story. When I first came out to Texas, I wanted to find a community center that I would feel like where I could do it all. And it's been 20 years, and I'm so happy that there's leaders in our community who created this vision and to make it possible. So thank you. That being said, I would like to recognize all our sponsors Judge Peter Sakai and Ms. Rachel Sakai. Thank you. Our board sponsor, Community First Health Plans, and Tim's Oriental and Seafood Market. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. We have an amazing also silver sponsors, Blue Harbor Security Service, Broadway Bank, Julie and Joe Shelton, City of San Antonio Economic Development, Engagement, Ms. Elisa Chan and Mr. Clifford Hugh, Innovative Spine and Orthopedic Clinic, NITC, I apologize about that, and Tech, Japan America Society of San Antonio, also known as JASA, Mr. K.W. Chan, Unitech Consulting Engineers Inc., West East Design Group, as well as Texas State Representative District 121, Mark Hood. Thank you so much for your silver sponsorship. Our bronze sponsors includes Alamo Asian American Chamber of Commerce, Alamo Asian American Chamber of Commerce Education Foundation, Asian Real Estate Association of America, also known as ARIA, Association of Convenience Store Retailers, PACC-GSA, Chinese Alliance of San Antonio, Chinese American City Alliance, it's Chinese American Citizen Alliance, Chinese Society of San Antonio, Korean American Association of San Antonio, the Lear Foundation of San Antonio Persian Cultural Society, Vietnamese American Community of San Antonio. Thank you so much. I'm going also to take this opportunity to recognize our Gala committees who've been working many hours, lots of meetings. I would like to present Suhail and Rastu. Thank you so much. Francis Benelli, Yuka Dorsey, Alan Liu, Quinn Wood, for a hot sister, Sophie Yu, Alicia Doe, May D'Amato Randa, and Georgette Storm. Thank you for all your support. And of course, we only have a few more, but we definitely need to recognize our ARCSA Outreach Committee ambassadors. The ARCSA Outreach Committee plays an important role of helping ARCSA raise awareness of the organization, promote ARCSA fundraising initiatives, and rally the Asian community and the community at large for supporting ARCSA. And they are our ambassadors: Sherry Dowd-Lasky, Ambassador Ken Yu, Ambassador Dr. Nelson Kazan, Ambassador Taki, and Ambassador Aparna Bhar. Thank you so much. And before I get off the stage, I would like to also present that we have celebrating achievements. Recently, we are going to present a video for our land dedication and presentation blessings.
It is with heartfelt gratitude and great joy that I welcome you all to this very special occasion, the land dedication and blessing ceremony for the future home of the Asian Center of San Antonio.
Today is more than just a ceremony event. It is a powerful reminder of what we can accomplish when community, culture, and collaboration come together with shared purpose. One of our core missions is to promote cross-cultural understanding and appreciation, to build bridges between communities, and to create spaces where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued.
This resource center will become a welcome home for our entire community to share our common goals.
I believe that San Antonio's great blessing to the world has been that throughout our history we have been a place of convening, We have been a confluence of cultures. We are a diaspora that somehow, through its challenged history over time, has figured out how to work together.
This is all part of the process to bring peace, to bring reconciliation, to bring a place where people can talk without fear and anxiety.
We invite blessings, not only upon the ground, but upon the community that will rise from it. Diversity in heritage, united in purpose.
Crucial that we make the whole team to know the whole time.
When we understand each other, when we convene together, we can create communities, not just in San Antonio, but across the world.
We will honor the past, empower the present, and inspire future generations to take pride in who they are and in the communities they serve.
There's so many beautiful Asian spiritual traditions represented blessing our land. And we're so fortunate at this point in history to have our two most prominent community leaders, both our mayor for the city of San Antonio and our county judge, have Asian heritage. And yeah, and it's now my distinct pleasure to introduce one of those leaders who was an old friend, even predating his political career, because this guy can now sign the city budget, spin a DJ vinyl record, probably teach your kids about anime before brunch, and he gets a lot done, and all while staying super fit. So Mayor Ron Bernberg is the mayor of San Antonio, one of the fastest growing cities in our nation, now the 7th largest in the U.S. He was re-elected in 2023 to his 4th and final term. We'll find out tonight as he watches the screen tour next week. Raised in Austin and a proud Trinity University alum, Mayor Nuremberg is the son and grandson of immigrants from Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe. His background has shaped his lifelong dedication to equity, civic engagement, and opportunity for all. Under his leadership, San Antonio has focused on equitable growth, workforce development, and infrastructure investment. He successfully launched SA Ready to Work, a citywide job training program and championed Alamo Promise, which provides tuition-free college to local students. Mayor Nuremberg is a global voice for compassionate leadership. He chairs the U.S. Conference of Mayors, Center for Compassionate Cities, and helped launch Compassionate USA, which is an educational program adopting cities across the nation. He also serves on the Mayor's Migration Council and is an inaugural member of the U.S. State Department Assembly of Local Leaders. He and his wife, First Lady Erica Prosper, are proud parents to their son, Gala. And in addition to that, he's worked very closely with the chairman of the board of Sister Cities International in Washington, keeping these connections alive. And those of you who know our recent Sister City Baguio, like Television now from Mota, Chennai, Rashid, Suzhou, the Friendship Cities, and others I'm sure to come in the future. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Mayor Ron Bernberg.
Good evening. So I saw Lisa walking in today, and she said, "Well, you're going to have to leave early, right?" And I said, "No, there's no place I would rather be tonight than with my Asian American community." It's really a joy and an honor to be with you this evening. I see so many friends who have been part of our journey for public service, my wife and Erica and my son Jonah and myself over the years. And I just want to say thank you for being upstanding members of our community that contribute in so many different ways. But to be here at the opening gala of ARCSA is especially fulfilling to me. I have been a staunch supporter of the Asian American community and doing what I can from my post over time, but it has been the work that these three ladies, Elisa, Melinda, and Kaushi, through the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio, and now creating a footprint in North San Antonio to recognize all of our Asian American communities, the diaspora of Asia here in San Antonio that has been most profound. So on behalf of the City of San Antonio, thank you for your support of ARCSA. There's still a lot of work left to be done. I want to thank my colleagues who are in the audience tonight. I see Phyllis is here from District 3, and I understand Melissa is here as well. Melissa, where are you? Well, she'll be here soon. Adriana also is a strong champion of the seed funding. And in our time, over the last 8 years, we have made some profound investments in the city of San Antonio to establish the first ever Mexican American Civil Rights Institute here in San Antonio. I hope you all have been there. Very soon, just in fact on Friday, I was able to tour the site for the San Antonio African American Community Archives and Museum, which will occupy the center downtown where the original lunch counter protests were held. It will be at the heart of downtown San Antonio. We also now have a new home, a permanent home for the American Indians in Texas, and so many other opportunities for us to recognize the cultures that make San Antonio what it is today. So thank you to ARCSA, thank you to the leadership here, thank you for all of you who are going to continue to support this mission. It has been an honor to join you along the journey, and I will continue to do so from whatever position I shall occupy in the future. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
It's been an honor to have a friend at the Arts in City Hall as well. And we've taken a trip from Mexico to the Philippines, from Washington to Los Angeles, and I'm sure Erica's the first lady is thrilled to go back to civilian life too, and enjoy her privacy and unexpected happenings. So thank you, Erica. We have now another dear friend and my neighbor, Judge Peter Sakai, the Honorable First Asian American County Judge here in Bexar County and a lifelong advocate for justice, equity, and public service. Judge Sakai is the son of Pete Sakai, a Japanese American who, as a teenager, lived the injustices of World War II. Here in the United States, in an internment camp under the Executive Order 9066. These powerful family stories instilled in Judge Sakai a deep respect for civil rights and the rule of law. A graduate of the University of Texas School of Law, Judge Sakai began his career as an assistant district attorney in Bexar County before opening a private law practice. In 1995, he was unanimously appointed associate judge of the Children's Court and later elected to 4 terms as judge of the 225th State District Court, where he gained national recognition for his child welfare innovations. In 2022, Judge Sakai was elected Bexar County Judge and sworn in on January 1st, 2023. Since then, he's brought dignity, transparency, and leadership to county government, focusing on justice, public safety, health, and economic opportunity. He's supported by his lovely wife, First Lady of Bexar County, Rachel, a retired educator and award-winning public servant. Together, they're both proud parents and grandparents. And please join me now in welcoming Judge Peter Sakai, both from Sakai and
everybody's here, where's dinner? So I'm you dinner. So I made some prepared remarks, but first we thank everybody for coming here. This is something else. I mean, this has been a dream, a talk. This has been with all the people that have been mentioned, and obviously all of you in this room have perhaps been in those talks and conversations, and
As you know, sometimes in the world of politics, we talk and talk and talk, and we never get anything done. Well, today, this is a step toward establishing a foundation for the legacy of the Asian community, and I want to give y'all all a round of applause. Let me give a special recognition to our Council Generals, Naganuba Sadato from Japan and Ritonga Oyumi from Indonesia. Thank you for being present. I think it's important because as I've traveled as county judge, I've gone to Japan, and it's important to recognize the countries of origin that we all come from. I will say this, what I say in those countries. I am an American. I'm native born. In case I get asked, where you come from? Where you born? Where you from? No, where you from? And I said, I'm from here in Texas. And so I'm a native born Texan, second generation. And I tell when I was in Japan that, I am there to advocate for the interest of my community and my country. But I also tell them this, that I recognize who I am, that I'm Japanese, and that is part of my spirit and soul. And that's the reason why I give great dignity and respect to my grandparents who immigrated nearly 100 years ago to this country to seek their fortune, to seek to establish their family. And that's the reason why this common bound of who we are, we need to always recognize that, especially in today's world, especially in some of the discussions that go on at the highest levels. And so what I want to tell the Council Generals, as I tell in my trips, economic development trips to Japan and other countries, that we all share a common goal to promote and to make sure that we all grow, because we are truly connected, especially the Asian American community here in San Antonio, who is a strong and viable community. And they will come together to establish an Asian Resource Center in San Antonio. Let me give a shout out to Ron, Mayor Nuremberg. I was able to be county judge in your last term here, and he and I have worked hand in hand in regards to city and county government. And it ain't easy, Mayor, right? It ain't easy. There's a lot of times we have to kind of protect our governmental entities and the separate interests that we all have, but we all work for a common goal. And one of the things I know, Mayor, you've established so many legacies here in the city for your term as mayor and city council. But the one I just have is extreme pride, and the reason why I'm here tonight, the reason why I'm also a legacy sponsor, is the establishment of the Asian Resource Center in San Antonio. That was a discussion that he and I made, and he highlighted this community has always recognized the groups, the cultures, has embraced the diversity. Let's make it real clear. In San Antonio, we embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion. So, Mayor, thank you. If y'all don't know, the city and county partnered up, and I'll give credit to city. City of San Antonio stepped out in front, and the county kind of caught up, but we, I believe, together have given the seed money, $3 million for the Asian Resource Center. So the message tonight, what is the legacy? Why a legacy? And how come we need a legacy at this time? So let me just ask for your indulgence. A legacy typically refers to something that is handed down or transmitted from a predecessor or the past often with a lasting impact of significance. It can refer to tangible things like wealth or property, but also intangible things like values, principles, lessons. In essence, a legacy is something that continues to exist and influence even after the original creator or source has passed away. I ain't passing away anytime soon, all right? A legacy is built through action, not just intention of individuals who mean well. But they are individuals who volunteer, mentor, create, and innovate. That's why you have power as individuals. It's individuals who focus on choices that align with common values, goals, who build strong relationships with others that share common vision. It's individuals who concentrate on being a positive influence on their colleagues, their friends, their family, and even strangers. So tonight, let's start to take the opportunity to share your stories, your experiences, especially those that are first-generation immigrants. Just as my grandparents came here, you have come here to establish your fame, your fortune, and for your family. Let's preserve that for the next generations. Building a legacy is a lifelong journey that starts with intentional actions, that we all do something tonight with the build-out of the Asian Resource Center of San Antonio. I want to share this quote with you from Maya Angelou. If you're going to live, leave behind a legacy. Make an impact on the world that could never be erased. I'm going to diverge here, and some of y'all are going to go, where are you going with this one, Judge? So hang with me on this. For those that are sports fans, let's look at the San Antonio Spurs. And as you probably know, the San Antonio Spurs are on my mind a lot right now. So look at the legacy that the whole family, Coach Pop, R.C. Buford, have created for this community. That franchise is still considered to be a model of excellence more than a decade after the last NBA championship. That is because that is the legacy they created. It was more than just 5 world titles. They claimed the 2 consecutive decades of playoff appearances and the Hall of Famers that wore the silver and black. It was the way they went about their business, taking no shortcuts, demanding excellence from everyone in their organization. They did it the right way, with honor and class. Now, with the new generation of talent, we got the one and only Wemby, the next generation of superstars. They are an embodiment of a legacy that was passed down to them and the responsibility they have to fulfill those legacies. Off the court, that legacy translates into being incredible civic partners. Their players are not only in the community, but other community. The organization has invested in Bexar County in countless ways and is a major contributor to the quality of life here in our community. In short, the Spurs have helped form a positive identity for the entire region. In fact, travel the globe, and the Spurs brand resonates worldwide. In much of the same way, we are here tonight at the forefront of legacy building with the promise of what lies ahead. Everyone here can play a role in establishing that legacy. By the way, we can also build a new Spurs arena. But tonight, let's build this Asian Center, Resource Center for San Antonio, and let it grow, let it thrive for the generations, for my children and your children, my grandchildren, your grandchildren, for years to come. Let us share those stories of what it took for all of us to get where we're at. That's the reason why this Asian Resource Center is so important. We must establish that legacy. We must remind this community of what the Asian community has done for this community. Please contribute. I'm going to close with this. I'm not letting y'all off the hook. So please contribute. Right, Lisa? Right, Cozy? Right, Melinda? We still have a lot of capital money to raise. So let's contribute to the Resource Center so it becomes the standard of excellence in this community. Much like the Spurs, we want to be at the very top. Notwithstanding all the other great cultures and all the other great centers that we're building up for the Hispanic community, the Black community, we want to be at the front. So tonight, each of us can help shape that vision that becomes our legacy of the Asian American community and culture. So we still have a lot of work to do. I wish you the best. God bless.
Judge, don't get too comfortable. We're going to have you back up here in a second. We'll let you put your binder down. And if you haven't seen the judge in action, for nerds like me who attend Commissioner's Court, last week was a lot of fun. Talking about the Rodeo Freeman Coliseum, so go catch that footage. But talk about transparency, about justice, about conversation, and that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a robust dialogue in our county, and that's what the judge oversees. And I can't wait to start flying into POP Airport instead of SAT. In addition to all of the diplomats that we recognize, I was looking over to the left of the global engagement table and saw my good friend Tim Liston, who was former consul general in Munich, who joined us here as a Lewis Fellow in San Antonio. Thank you for joining us, Tim, and some of our economic development department here as he ran his county. And he's serving as the mayor's foreign policy advisor here in City Hall for 2 years. So if you haven't met him, go say hello on loan from the State Department. We had an incredible Asian festival. Anybody attend on May 24th, back last Sunday? It was kind of warm outside, but it was in Civic Park, and it was really fabulous. But I want to recognize the leadership that helped put that together. We had Christina Liu, who chaired that event, as well as Elva Adams, Yen Yan, we had Aparna Bora, and also the founders of ARCSA, who this whole thing wouldn't be happening, building this community here out in this part of town without our founders. So let's recognize our founders. Elisa Chan, the president of the Asian Resource Center. Percy Subramaniam, our secretary. And Melinda Rodriguez, the treasurer. There is no doubt these three ladies are a powerhouse in putting things together, getting people together to open your walls for convening, whether you're city, county, individual, or company. They're going to make this happen, and it happened quickly. We had a fabulous land dedication. You saw the video for that, and you're going to see a video here in a little bit about the last Asian Festival. But before that, and before dinner, we're going to have our special recognition, so we invite now to the stage. Please join us again, Judge Sakai, along with our First Lady, Rachel. We've got Mayor Nirenberg, please join us, as well as Elisa Chan, Kosi Subramaniam, and Melinda Rodriguez. We are going to now present our special recognitions for our legacy sponsor, which are, in fact, the Judge and First Lady of the county. Thank you, Peter and Rachel Sakai, for being our incredible legacy sponsors, believing not only in public service, but also in really supporting in a really special way.
legacy sponsors. Round of applause for the judge and first lady. Thank you all. Everybody got their pictures? Okay. We will invite Judge Sakai and Mayor Nirenberg to please remain on the stage. The rest of you may continue your wine on the table, your salad, whatever you got. We're going to welcome our gold sponsor to the stage for the plaque presentation. And we're really grateful to Community First Health Plans. So please join us up here. And the judge and the mayor are going to thank our gold sponsor. Community First Health Plans. Beautiful turquoise glass vases. I don't know where they come from. They're gorgeous. Thank you, Community First Health Plans, and also to Tim's Oriental and Seafood Market, our gold sponsor for this evening. Gotta get suited up. All right. Look good for the picture. Big smiles. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim's Oriental and Seafood Market. Now, the moment you have all been waiting for. Dinner. Bon appetit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. How's dinner? We'd like to thank Marissa Norcross and her team here at the Club at Sonterra for their hard work in providing today's meal. So if you're enjoying it, a shout out to the Sonterra team. Just to let you know, the silent auction will still be open, so feel free to browse and place your bids at any time. Remember, the proceeds from the auction will go directly to support the Asian Resource Center of San Antonio, so we thank you for your generosity. And as you enjoy your dinner, we have entertainment lined up for you, celebrating the heritage and the legacy of our county judge. All the way from Japan, we bring you Tomoko Yokota. She learned to play the Japanese koto from her mother, Nobuko Yokota, a master of the Soju school in the Ikuta style. Surrounded by the sound of the koto throughout her childhood, Tomoko grew up listening to her mother's lessons at home. And today, she shares the beauty of Japanese culture through her koto performance, using music as a bridge to promote cultural understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, Tomoko Yokota.
Rather than going to Austin, come to here.
Domo arigato gozaimasu to Yokota-san. What a beautiful playing of football. We have next an autumn dance, although it's summer. But wishful thinking, we're inspiring towards autumn. Autumn is a season of harvest and joy. The dance Autumn Melody expresses people's emotion and joy for the harvest through sowing, growth, and harvest seeds. Just like we're doing here tonight, sowing the seeds of ARCSA, following the land dedication, now the fundraising for these first steps for prosperity. You'll see the dancers wave their bamboo hats and perform this graceful dance with joy, family, and happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, the dance. autumn dance, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We move now to the Philippines. And having grown up in a Muslim family, sometimes you don't know how far the religion is spread across the world. In the south of Thailand, the south of the Philippines, there are Muslim populations. So this Karilagan dance will present the Tumukulanga, a traditional Maranao dance from the Muslim southern region of the Philippines, typically performed during the Eid celebration. How appropriate. It honors the grace of the Maranao women and the proud bearing of the men, reflecting the tribe's rich culture and enduring heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, Karilagan.
Now we're basically all my
Beautiful area. Last 2 years ago, when the mayor led a delegation to the Philippines and we signed a sister city relationship, I had the opportunity to travel down south to the Mindanao prefecture to the beautiful island of Gala, which I fell in love with. And if you haven't visited, the Philippines are phenomenal. Their dance culture clearly, as you will see, like Indian dance culture that we have at the Asian Festival, two leading representations here in San Antonio. Which brings me to our next performance. The Kalalaya Indian Performing Arts proudly presents Divyasri Tanikchavan, a talented young dancer and multiple award-winning dancer recognized for excellence in the Bharatanatyam style of dance. In this performance, Divyasri will depict Lord Shiva, the divine embodiment of dance with the cosmic rhythm. Ladies and gentlemen, Kalalaya School of Performing Arts. And eventually, how old are you? They would ask you. Kelsey, how old is she? She's 11 years old. In classical dance, it's all about that level of expression in addition to the technical talent of the footwork and the movement. So, and Kosi Subramaniam is the founder of Gala School of Dance. She's also, as I mentioned, the secretary of ARCSA. So, a round of applause for all of our performers this evening. We're here to support ARCSA, so if you haven't had a chance to bid on the silent auction, we invite you to do so before it closes. And I guess the screens have gone off, so that means the election's over, or the polls have closed. So I don't know how long it takes to tally the data. Who knows, we might have another Asian mayor, right? Okay, we continue now with we see these amazing performances, and we're going to harken back a few weeks to May 24th, the Asian Festival. And the Asian Festival included a beautiful offering of our Asian diaspora is here in San Antonio. And just a plug for the last dance, if you didn't get enough of Galilea, join us on the 1st of November back in City Park for Diwali, mark your calendar, for the largest city-sponsored Diwali in the nation. And now, please turn your attention to the screens as we bring you back to the Asian Festival 2024.
Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you have been enjoying the evening. And as you saw the Asian Festival video, despite of the scorching heat, we drew over 7,000 attendees, a 40% increase from last year of 5,000. So great success. And I wanted to take this opportunity to recognize all the Asian Festival Committee members for making this possible, especially Christina Liu for your leadership. Thank you. And for all participants, I know that it was so hot. Some people got heat exhaustion. Arlena, I'm sorry. But hey, everybody made this event wonderful. And I am confident that we will continue to grow this event and make it even better and grow it to over 10,000, 15,000, 2,000 attendees. So everyone, give a round of applause to Asian Festival Committee members and everybody who participated. Now I have a very special and exciting announcement I'd like to share with you. So Dr. Nelson Poisson, who is a well-respected community leader and also our ARCSA Outreach Committee member, will retire in July this year, and he has graciously accepted to become our Executive Director of ARCSA pro bono. His experience and passion will be a tremendous asset as we move forward to the next chapter. So, Dr. Nelson Poisson, please stand so everybody can see you and know who you are. Thank you, Nelson. Well, I wanted to show the next slide, please. I wanted to share also our ARCSA leadership. I wanted to really extend my great appreciation to other two ARCSA board members, Kosi Subramanian and also Melinda Rodriguez. Your tireless work has helped us to bring where we are today. So please stand and to be recognized. And we will not be here if we were not for their effort. And I also wanted to mention that Kosi Subramanian was the driving force to get the sister city of Chennai happen. And of course, Melinda Rodriguez was the driving force working with Mayor Nuremberg to get our Baguio, the last sister city with the Asian countries, happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to both of them. I also want to extend my sincere thanks to our Outreach Committee ambassadors for their dedication and enthusiasm and also unwavering support. So I know that we have several in the room. Some probably left for this election watch party, which I already told them we're going to have it on stage here. But we have Sherry Shahi, and we also have Nelson Poisson, we have Kim Huey, and Anwar Tahir. So thank you so much for your support. Of course, every time I'm on stage, I forget about my husband, Clifford Hugh. I wouldn't be here tonight and do what I can do without Clifford. So Clifford, thank you so much for being here for me, high and low. I know that Nicola is not here with me tonight, but I wanted you, Clifford, to be witness that I recognize her as well. She went through a lot throughout my political campaign, and she flew down from Washington, D.C. to volunteer for the Asian Festival on the 24th. So, Clifford, when I call Nicola, please tell her I did recognize her. All right. A special shout out to my fellow Union Tech shareholders. With that, I want to thank you for stepping up to help manage the company so I can dedicate my time and also efforts to work on ARCSA. So thank you so much, Union Tech shareholders who are here tonight and also sponsors. You know, we're so very blessed that we have had visionary leaders throughout San Antonio. And I wanted to give a special recognition to former secretary and also mayor of San Antonio, Henry Cisneros. And many of you do not know, he was the first Hispanic mayor in the 20th century, made history, but also established 3 Asian countries sister city relationship. Japan, which we have the Consul General here. We also have Korea and also Taiwan. So thank you, Mayor Cisneros, for starting with that. But also, of course, we are also inspired by Mayor Nuremberg, Just Sakai, who made history. First Asian descent to hold Mayor San Antonio's position, and of course, Jessica, the first one to hold the Broward County Judge position. So we are small in numbers, but we are big in impact. Now, it has been always our dream to have a center established, dedicated for the Asian culture, so we can celebrate our diverse culture heritages, but also to promote cross-cultural understanding, but also appreciation. And it is that dream that guides us today. I also wanted to recognize my good friend, Chinese Sir from Austin, and also Xavier Boy from Austin. Many of you do not know, Austin, back in 15, 16 years ago, they started to have their own Asian Resource Center. Yes, we're probably a decade behind, but we are here. So Chani, I was in your Asian Resource Center fundraising gala, and I'm happy that you're here tonight to witness what we're accomplishing today. So Chani, thank you for driving all the way down to Austin. Now, this journey would not have been possible without the belief and support of many. So I wanted to extend my deepest appreciation and gratitude to the Founders Circle members. When we approached you early last year, we only had a dream, a vision, and aside from passion and $1 million of personal investment, we had little else. But we asked you to step forward, and you did. Each one of you gave us $10,000 in our inaugural gala last year, so we were able to turn that dream into reality. So thank you so much, founders who are here tonight. You are being recognized with your ribbon. Thank you. We also wanted to, this will not be possible without unwavering leadership of Mayor Nierenberg and Judge Sakai. And we started that conversation back in fall 2023. And your guidance and support have been instrumental every step of the way to today. We have $1.5 million was allocated in last year's city council budget, and thanks to the city council's approval, we were able to secure the land for the Asian Center, a super major milestone for the journey. So I understand that Councilwoman Phyllis Villagran is here. Thank you for your vote. Thank you, Mayor Nierenberg. And I know that Councilwoman Adriana Rocha Garcia is not here tonight, but she was the champion for that cause. So I wanted to recognize her as well. And of course, my good friend, Mark White, who was convinced to make sure that we also have to vote on that. So thank you so very much. We're working closely with Broward County staff to finalize the necessary agreements to secure an additional $1.5 million in funding to support the construction of the building. So we're especially grateful for the broader Asian community. I know many of you are here tonight, and truly your encouragement gave us the courage to take this big endeavor. Otherwise, we would not be able to do this. And this is not a work of a few. This is a collective effort of an entire community. Together, we're building something enduring and meaningful for the future generations. And I'm not watching my PowerPoint slideshow here, so so you're okay. Okay, very good. She's following me, so that's great. But thank you, because without your support, without the entire community support, we wouldn't be here tonight. So let's give all of us a round of applause. Very quickly, I want to show our vision and mission. Our vision is really to create a physical center to celebrate our rich cultures and heritages and promotes cross-cultural appreciation and understanding. We have had some unfortunate incidents during the COVID, and I believe those were due to ignorance. And hopefully with our programs and educations, we will be able to eliminate those type of situations in the future. And of course, our mission includes providing a venue for events, hosting cultural and educational programs, connecting our community, in supporting workforce economic development activities. Now, let's talk a little bit about the project itself. So the site is going to be a beautiful 4.28 acres of land located in Stone Oak Parkway. The property has mature trees and also interesting topography drops in the back, which will give architectural firms imagination to build a wonderful, beautiful center. The property was purchased and closed May 30, 2024. Now, why the location? Because when we visited with council members and commissioners, they asked why. Well, it is because it is at the heart of a rapidly growing Asian population in San Antonio. We did a little analysis. Within 5-minute drive of the proposed site, we have 10% of population in Asian population. And remember, the population of San Antonio is about 2.8 to 3%. And within 10 minutes drive of the proposed center site, 9% of population is Asian. And 15-minute drive for the proposed site is about 6%. And also, we want the center to be self-sustainable, which in the future slide I'll show you. We want to also be able to rent it out the banquet hall as a revenue source. And around the area, we don't have many comparable community venues to compete. So that was the reason for the site. Now the project itself will be a 2-phase project. The phase 1 will include a multifunctional facility of about 9,500 square feet that consists of banquet hall, reception hall, food preparation area, and office space. And depending on the funding, the garden in the plaza can be included in phase 1 or phase 2. Now, this is only conceptual. I know the architects are gonna tell us not to place, maybe they wanted to place the center in different locations, but this is just conceptually to tell you, the phase 1 and phase 2. The phase 2 will have additional spaces for training in other offices, but we're only focusing on phase 1 right now. In the Asian Resource Center, we would like to have the center to blend aesthetically with a traditional Asian design, but also some sort of the modern feel. And I'm not an architect, I'm not a designer. I will leave the architecture firms to tell us what it will look like. But that is a concept of a phase 1 and phase 2. Let's talk a little bit about the project schedule. So, get back, we closed the land May 30, 2024. We had recently the land education and blessing ceremony May 19, and for those of you who attended, you know that we invited different religious groups. Melinda, about 10 or 8, and I'll tell you, that land is blessed in all different cultures. Song ceremony and all different, so it's a blessed land. So we plan to select our architecture firm in June, which is right after the Gala. We are going to ARCSA board, will convene and talk about the architecture firm. And then we plan to host a community input event in July, where all of you are invited to join, to share with us what you think the center should look like aesthetically. And we will begin the design July this year to the end of 2025. And we would like to have a construction to start in January 2026. I expect we'll have a groundbreaking ceremony also, which all of you are invited. And then we have a substantial completion May 2027. We wanted to be in operation in August 2027. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is happening. This is not just a talk. So Judge Sakai, I think you mentioned, we need to make it an impact. If you wanted to have your name on the center, this is the time to join us. And I learned fundraising from the best, Henry Cisneros. So I'm gonna utilize what I learned from you here as well. Just quickly, as far as the architecture firms is concerned, I wanted to share with you that we sent out newsletters multiple times to the community, and I want to thank those of you who actually recommended different architecture firms to contact us. We had 8 architecture firms showed initial interest, and we were able to interview 6 architecture firms, and they are listed here: Able City, AP Architects and Redwood Architects, Open Studio, Stentech Architecture, Studio Firm, West East Design Group. And I believe we have shortlisted 2 architecture firms. We have representatives from East West Design Group here with us tonight. I believe James Andrew is here. And then we also have Stentech Architecture Firm represented here, Mr. Garcia over there. Thank you. Now, we have requested them to give us the design fee proposal. Remember, we are non-profit. We need it as least expensive as possible. Sharpen up your pencils. But we are reviewing it, and we'll make a decision very soon. But thank you so much, and congratulations for being shortlisted firms. And I want to also talk a little bit about the project cost. So our land cost was about $1.6 million, and as I mentioned earlier, city was very kind to give us the $1.5 million in one check, and I believe Belinda said she never saw one check so big. So thank you, city, again. The lands pay off. Now, we're working with the county to secure another 1.5 in order to help build the building. So using 400 square foot per $400 per square footage for $9,500, it comes out about $3.8 million, and our total construction cost is 5.4. Now, I know the architects are going to convince me that it's more than $400 per square feet. But I'm gonna tell two architecture firms, I'm gonna try to be in budget, all right? It's going to be very hard for me to go to $600, $700, or $1,000 per square footage. So be noted. So we 5.4 million in total is the project cost. I would like to also tell you about the project funding. So 2024, because of all the founders, thank you, we were able to raise $250,000 to go to the building. 2024 Asian Festival, we were able to get 40,000 in revenue, net revenue, with our board investment of $1 million, and hopefully with the city's 1.5 and county's 1.5, and 2025, hopefully we will raise $100,000. We're still short of the $1.1 million, which we are going to have a commercial bank loan. Now, we are working as hard as we can to raise as much funding as possible in order to reduce the amount of money we need to borrow from the bank. And well, ARCSA qualifies for property taxes exemption. We must have the center operational within 2 years. Otherwise, we will pay back taxes close to $300,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not being pushy, but hey, help out with the cause. But I'll tell you, even the $1.1 million with ARCSA's board's financials, we have no problem to get that loan. So rest assured that we will get the center built. All right, let's talk about leaving a lasting legacy. So there are many ways you will be able to offer, we will offer you opportunities to leave lasting legacy as we build this center together. And of course, you can place your own name, your family's name, or honoring the loved ones, and your contribution become a part of Center's foundation. So we have many ways. If you become a Legacy Circle member, your name will be permanently displayed on the donor's wall. You could come up and say you wanted to fund the garden construction. We can name the garden in your name or family's name. Or you would like to get a plaza built, we can name that plaza to your name or your family name or your daughter's name. Now, you've noticed I didn't talk about the building itself because we have restrictions that we need to work with the county about naming. And I know that we need to talk with the lawyers, but plaza, garden, we probably can come up with innovative things, a garden bench, a tree, or whatever you have, ideas, please come forward. We will make it happen. So this is exciting, but this is happening. If I may have the last slide. Also, it's very important for me to mention that we want to make sure that we ensure the long-term viability of the Asian Resource Center. And we have developed a self-sustaining financial model in 4 key revenue streams. Of course, a special a rental space, as I mentioned earlier, very much like the Weedy Museums, that they rent their space to get the revenue from the banquet hall. We continue to have annual festivals, which help us to raise some money. And then, of course, funding activities, fundraising activities such as this one, we raise money. And then we also plan to have some fee-based services and activities like educational programs, workshops, and cultural activities. And that's the end of my presentation. I hope you're enjoying your evening, and we wanted to thank you again for your participation, but enjoy it. This is your night. This is a way for us to say thank you. This is a way for us to excite you. If you're not excited, I hope you are right now. And let's make a dream come true. Thank you so much for all of you, the leaders, the participants, the donors, and thank you. I see the Sherry Salazar was trying to leave, but I thank you, Sherry, for your attendance here. Thank you.
How could you not be excited after hearing Elisa speak? Elisa Chan, president of ARCSA. Now, I work for a nonprofit, so we're in fundraising all the time, and I once heard about a campaign to make a building, and there are really no limits. A gentleman wanted to name the restrooms and the toilets after his ex-wife, so you can name anything. Okay, we'd like to, Elisa, hopefully you didn't go too far. Come back up, and we want Melinda and Kosi also to join us on the stage, our founding members of ARCSA, as we thank our Asian Festival Committee Chair, Christina Liu. We're going to recognize the Asian Festival Committee Chair, and while they come up here, we'd like to remind you about a special Asian happening here in town on July 30th. We've got a free concert of Japanese music with the Consul General of Japan, who joins us here. And the Order of the Rising Sun is going to be presented to Mayor Henry Cisneros. So we invite you to join us on July 30th. 5 p.m. And if you're interested, come find us and we will tell you where. Okay, we're going to have our flower presentation now. It's our founding members. Come on up. Melinda, Kosi, and Elisa. Still watching the election. The print is very small if you're in the back. I'm sure everybody has their phones out. All right. Our founding members of ARCSA, Melinda Rodriguez, Kosi Subramaniam, and Elisa Chan, here to thank our Asian Festival Committee Chair, Christina Liu. Is that for me? Just tell them I'm working. All right, now we have our annual Gala Committee Chair, Sophia Wilson. Come on up, Sophia. She's done a fabulous job this evening, hasn't she? Okay, Christina, come on up and be recognized. Great job with the Asian Festival. Despite the heat exhaustion, we persevered. We had a stage for all of our performers. We kept everybody hydrated. Only a few casualties, but that was because of Taekwondo. Congratulations, Christina. As we said, we're going to grow it from the 7,000 it was to 70,000. No, you said 70. I'm saying we're going to grow it to 70. Okay. All right, great job, Christina. Now, how about this party? Did y'all have fun tonight? Put your hands together for the Gala Committee Chair, Sophia Wilson. As we take this final picture, the second most important moment you've all been waiting for, the results of the silent auction. Do we have those somewhere? Is Alicia have the silent auction results? Otherwise, we're just going to cut to the dance floor. Okay. Let's invite all of the committee members for ARCSA and this gala to come forward on the stage. So if you participated on this committee, one of the organizers, we had many weeks of lunch meetings that Sophia hosted. We had evening meetings, many of which I didn't attend, but it all came together in the end, and it was a great party. So come on up, committee members. behind-the-scenes people that put together these videos, slideshows, information, took your RSVP, set up the invitation. Couldn't happen without it. All right, I'll hop in there. There's so many committee members, we need a bigger stage.
Very nice.
All right, now on to the winners of our silent auction. If you bid on the Vietnam gift basket, now time to pay attention. The winner is Savi Bioge. Boy. All right. All right, Savi. Thailand, Cambodia gift packet. Our winner is Mia Prether. So you can collect your gifts over out front where you bid on them. Our Philippines gift basket, is it a trip to the Philippines? What is it? Doesn't say. Anyway, it's also Mia. Our jade ornaments from China are Gutenberg, I think, Gutenberg? I'll call out your phone number if you don't recognize it. Somebody will call you. Okay, we have winning an unknown item because there's no title. Bill Avila, you won something, so go check out what it is. The round of golf set for 4 is Christy Villanueva. Christy, enjoy your golf game. Invite 3 friends. Painting from Vietnam goes to Tao Rosa. Congratulations on your painting. Tim Liston will sign it. He lived there for 7 years. We have winning the Korea gift basket, Chin Wright. What's in the Korean gift basket? Hopefully not kimchi. We'll smell on the way home. China gift basket goes to Mark Villarreal. Tai Chi. Who's doing Tai Chi? It is Christy Villanueva. I should have put yoga in here. All right, on to Japan. Our gift basket from Japan goes to Isabel Breyer. And finally, a country that is both in Asia and Europe, Turkey. Gift basket, Christy Villanueva. You're going to have an international gift basket experience tonight. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you and good night.
Thank you for coming.